Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mahesh Karya. You're watching me on YouTube now, and in this session I'm gonna take you through AlpineJS. So if you are not familiar about it, AlpineJS is a kind of front-end library that allows you to have minimal JavaScript and you don't need to write JavaScript that much. So it's not like React or Vue.js or some other front-end technologies, but it is moreover a minimal approach and minimal library that allows you to write everything in HTML only. There are very less JavaScript code you need to write. Okay, so I really like this extension and I am really enjoying it. But in this tutorial, we'll understand, is this really good enough to create a production ready application or any kind of normal API callings, state management, this kind of stuff we'll understand in this today's session. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. So I'm gonna start quickly with the this is alpinejs.dev. Okay, and I'm gonna start here. So you will be greeted with this very beautiful page. Okay, so let's click here on GitHub. So there are already more than 20k stars we got here already. Okay, so it's pretty good. So now we can proceed. Okay, so for that I'm gonna click here on installation. There are two approaches, like you can install npm package as well, or you can go with the normal cdn link as well. So I'm gonna create a new normal index.html page. Okay, and here sorry, typo, html not hmtl. Okay, and here I'll write html5. And one more thing, we are going to use tailwind css, so in order to write css things, so don't need to write styles and css things. It's a, if you are not familiar about that as well, tailwind css is a micro framework of for css library. Okay, so you can clearly see here. So the combination of tailwind css and AlpineJS is pretty awesome, and if you are a Laravel or PHP developer, you will enjoy this, guys. AlpineJS is for you, and based on like your requirements as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna again click start here on and I'm gonna click here place cdn, and I'm gonna grab this script into my HTML page, and from here as well I'm gonna grab this into my code. Okay, so this is it. Now from here I'm gonna start implementing the things, and you can see here we are gonna grab this basic example, or you can go through it. We can start directly implementing the things as well. So we'll start directly implementing the things. So we need a form. Okay, so I'll say a form with a name and email. Okay, in tailwind css and AlpineJS. Okay, so I need to just start my copilot, will be helpful little bit, not that much. Alt shift tab, reload window quickly, and we can start writing div till then. Okay, and inside div I'm gonna write form over here, and inside that we'll create a table. Okay, so let's see what we got. So we got a name, email, and sign in button. It looks good to me. Let's try to run this thing. Okay, and here email validation is already there. Okay, so you can see these kind of classes like mbs, margin bottom, padding top, padding x-axis, rounded. So this kind of pretty simple classes you will find. Okay, this is a utility classes. Based on that utility, this is better than bootstrap, where you will get a kind of flexibility to write the things. Okay, and okay, so now let me run this in live server. Okay, here we go. So we got a nice beautiful tailwind CSS pop-up. Okay, now after form I need to create a table where I'm gonna write table or table in tailwind CSS with name, email, edit and delete. Okay, so it's going to generate a nice beautiful table for me in AlpineJS. I need to write AlpineJS. Let me try again. So here in AlpineJS you will get something, oh my god, like this. Okay, so let me run this thing, hopefully. So now this is normal pop-ups that we got here, and let me see in div what we have. So let me close this up little bit. One width 1 by 3, so we can do by 2, so it will increase, and by 1, so it will be kind of full. Not sure, let me close this. Okay, by 2 is better for now. We'll see the rest of the things later. Okay, looks good. We'll start implementing name, email here. We'll click here, it should be added over here, and we are going to use JSON placeholder. JSON placeholder that is kind of for fake APIs, so no need to write APIs till then. And if you can see here, we just have X text. Okay, and we have this X for user in users, so we don't have users for now. And so let's go there and let's create one index.js file, and here I'm gonna write document dot just a second, dot add event listener. Okay, and inside that I'll say I need to use Alpine :init on initialized. I'll get async call. Okay, it should be, and this is kind of the store things that you can use for state management. Okay, so this will be async because I'm gonna implement RESTful APIs, and after that here inside, instead of this message, you can say users, and users would be the empty array, the list of array that we'll get. Now the very first thing would be, another thing would be user. I need user as well, so in that user I'll be having ID. It will generate automatically, so I'll say math dot random and dot toString. Okay, and we'll say 36, so it will create a ID, a random ID. Then I'll be having name, I'll be having email, I'll be having nothing else. Fair enough, I guess. 2 fields are. So after that here I'm gonna say add user. Okay, but it should be async again, and add user will fetch the API. Okay, so how it will do is I need to use await method, await fetch API slash user. So fetch, I need to grab this code from here to here slash users. Okay, looks good, and I can use this method post. Instead of that, the method would be get. You don't need to specify get method, by the way, but it would be great. So yeah, this is it. Now I can use dot then. So dot then response.json, and that JSON would be inside users. I need to add that JSON, which is correct, by the way. So, and instead of JSON I'll say users more precisely. Okay, Alt Shift F to format the things. So you got this is the very basic approach of doing things. Let me see what the mistakes I'm making. Okay, now close this thing and close this thing. Yeah, looks good to me. Now let's go back to the next async method. Async method would be delete user by id, of course. So it would be the same. To delete one, I'm gonna use this response.json, and I'm gonna filter out that, so I don't need to call the get API once again. So that's how we why we use state management. So that API call we are not doing here. And after that, async method, I'm going to use update by id, but update should have a user, not only id. So now uh, we will get the id, we'll do the put method, json.stringify the new user that will get, will update, and based on that we'll filter out that will update that particular user over here for this state. Okay, and lastly, async create user, we did update, delete, add user, and get user is remaining still. Okay, I'll say load user. Okay, which will be good. Okay, and here we go. And what was that? Add user. Instead of this one, I'm gonna say this is my post method. I completely forgot. What else I'm missing? Nothing else. Let me remove this. Let me use post here. Here I'll get dot then JSON, push to new JSON. Okay, push that new one to user, and this is how I'm gonna end this thing. So yeah, all we need to do is to import this thing to here in our main file. So this is my main file, and in here I'm gonna paste this thing, and I'm gonna create a store. Inside that I'm gonna grab this. Okay, looks good to me. So once again, no need to understand this much of code. So x data would be my email name. To initiate x data, I'm gonna use this thing. Okay, and we are gonna use x init as well over here in form or somewhere in outer div. Okay, like in here. So x data is there already. X init would be my very, yeah, this one. So x init would be that you need to use this dollar symbol. Okay, store dot the name of that you specified over here. Example, it's users. Okay, so that users dot load. So that's we are gonna call here, or you can also say like users store, which would be more precise. So like the way, so it's gonna load that things over here, and then we'll do the further things. Okay, now on submit, that form on submit is we can do here. Okay, so here we just need to write x hyphen on submit. Okay, on submit we are gonna call the function, okay, that we have in dollar store dot user store. Okay, or dot add user, and here I'm gonna pass that particular user. So no need to pass because we are storing the user here only. So for that as well, I just don't need to pass this thing, hopefully. Let me remove this because it's not needed. And what else is needed? Here, oh, where is input? This one. So it should be my model. Okay, so this is my email and this one is my password. Okay, and the type should be submit. Let on click. I don't want to do anything on click here. Okay, type submit I'll use over here. Okay, so it should be of type submit. Let's see how it looks like after making changes. Fair enough. Let me do inspect here, or let me finish the rest of the things. It would be great, I guess. Okay, so now let's go here for the table, and this row is going to be this will be a part of the users that we are going to get from $store dot user store dot users. Okay, so like the way we'll the key we need to specify for the uniqueness, and here it will remain the same. The first one would be email, another one would be password, I guess. Name email only that we are using, name email. Here also we need to specify name email. So I was not sure about that. Okay, name email, fair enough. Okay, and now here let's come here. So X text, like the way you can use it will update the things over here in here, so no need to worry about that. And instead of edit we can use icons as well, that we'll use later. And now we just need to call the see the things in network tab, and by reloading the things, okay, we might get errors. Let's go there. Okay, load. So evaluating undefined is not object, undefined is not object, can't find variable user. Great, so this user we are not able to find, like this one. Now this one should be the edit one. So let me see the update user what I have used. Okay, and now this one would be my delete user, that will get it from here. Okay, now it's good. So this code is looks good to me, and now this code is remaining. So user dot email, okay, placeholder x model email, that x model that I have used for the 2 times, I guess, x model and x model. Yes, so x model I need to remove it from here and here. So type text, id name, id email, looks good, everything is fine. And now we just need to call this thing. Okay, alpine.init, alpine init. Anything else? Yeah. Now again refresh the page. So this undefined object users dot load, this load is we are not able to see here, so I have defined already over here. Okay, this dot users, it should get the data. And one more thing, this is not required. So 1 2 3, this is 1 2 3, and this thing is not needed. Instead we'll use this. Okay, and if we reload the page and we see, we can have this object directly over here. let me use this. And one more thing, this is store. Okay, so hopefully close this thing. And now we have one variable that is user. Can't find user, that's it. The rest of the things now it will work. Okay, now if we go here in that particular page, so we should get the data. Oh, sorry, like this. So that much of data we should get. So let me try to hit something. Okay, great. So we are getting data over here, so API is getting called. Okay, so error should be here only. So we are using x4 and we are using key over here, then that user dot name and that user dot password we are getting here, and on click we are passing the things. And one more thing, that this is on submit dot prevent method will help you to prevent from reload. Okay, so that is also helpful. And if we, the error is here, so if I comment this out, I'll get nothing over here. Okay, there is no error, and if I try to submit something, it should work. Okay, so this API is getting called, which is a good thing. Okay, this thing is remaining all day now. So user in user store dot users. Or let me separate this out using template. So this tr will be part of template, and I don't need to write this thing over here. Alt Shift F once again to format the page, and yeah, here we go, we got the data. Now hopefully if I click here it should, okay, so while deleting the data I'm not passing, I'm passing complete user, so it should be user dot id, and this time it should work properly. So I'm gonna delete this, yeah, delete. So you can see the API is getting called. Okay, so all the data is getting deleted one by one, and if I add new data over here, it should get updated in here, hopefully. So we got nothing, but in users if we go, yeah, we are not passing that here somehow. Okay, so that's the part is only remaining now. So let's go to the form once again, and here id is not required though. Id, okay, sorry, for label is required. So type email, and what else, yeah, in input I'm using x model user dot name, which is correct. Okay, and that model we should have to pass to that form. Okay, so it looks good to me, nothing else. If I'm missing something I'm not sure though. Add user, let me see again. In add user, if we need a user we need to pass user, then in add user I'm not expecting user. Oh, post, this is my post user, then I need to pass payload here. This thing was missing, nothing else. So hopefully this time. Okay, the id 11 is already updated, need to refresh the page. Okay, let me see the users, that JSON we don't need to pass, of course, that this dot users this dot user we need to pass here. This JSON we just don't need to worry about. Okay, and again, and this time we'll get the data over here, and we can delete the data as well. So yeah, this is it. I know I have used pre-written code. It might be not that good, but trust me, writing this kind of things, it is really very time consuming, and I really don't want to waste your time, guys. But thank you so much for being with me, supporting me all the time. It's been a pleasure to be here. Please let me know inside comment box what you want from my side. Definitely I'll make it for you. And don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already, and smash that like button. And if you enjoyed, then you can use this thanks button as well in order to contribute. Like even $1 is enough to grow our channel. So thank you so much. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye bye.